Hello. So have you ever wanted to replace the cheap junk, big old nasty looking blinkers that are on the back of your DR650, DRZ400, XR650, or any one of the other dual sports that are out there? Or even if you've got one of those fancy sport bikes and you want to fix those? Well, I'll show you how. Okay, good day everyone. Well, I'm ADD Medic and I'm back after a long time. Sorry I've been away so much. But just wanted to do a quick fix on the DR650 here. And this is really for any dual sport, any type of bike where you're trying to put in LED turn signals or indicators or blinkers or whatever you call them. And you've got a problem with putting LEDs on because it's an older machine and it ran incandescent lights. You put LEDs on and you get all four blinking, or they're blinking really fast. So the first thing you do is, of course, you get the new LED blinkers on, and then you have to use an LED flashing relay, and that's what this is right here. And I just created a little dongle here that plugs into my connector, because this connector usually plugs directly into the flasher relay. This is an LED relay, and these are cheap, like $6. They're, it's been working pretty well for about a year. But the problem I had was when I swapped out to these LED flashers, I got all four blinkers going off at the same time whenever I turned on the blinkers. So what I've had to do is I had to get, you can either make these or you can buy them. And this is it right here. This is the Bike Master is the name of the brand. And I'll put a link in the description for this. It's like $6. It's pretty cheap. They're just, you can get them on Amazon or eBay. But there's a couple other brands out there, or you can make one if you have some resistors. All this is it has a resistor on each side, and it stops the feedback because the power goes up to your indicator flasher up here, and it feeds back to all those for some reason with LEDs, and it causes all four of those to go off. So what you have to do is you have to isolate it. So the way that works is you look down here underneath on the DR650, and right out here underneath, you've got a green wire and a black wire that comes off of the indicator light. You follow that out to this blue wiring harness, and you can see right here is a green wire right in the middle, and then there's a black wire on the other side of the middle. So it's the two off the middle there, and you've got a black wire and this mint green color, and a black wire that comes off of the other end of that loom. So if that makes sense, it's a black and a green wire. Now you can cut these wherever you want. I found it easiest to actually to cut the wire. What happens with these wires is this green one and this black one come back and they join up in a kind of a menagerie here. You can see it's got a connector and it connects your left and right side. And then there's a green wire here. You can see that right there. This green wire connects up with a wire that runs back into the bike, and then another one that goes over here to your to one of your blinkers. These wiring harnesses here. And so what happens here is that to stop that, this resistor breaks that. So what you do is you basically just cut the green wire and the black wire coming from your flasher indicator. You run the black wire that comes from there to ground. So you can see I've done that here, ran that right here to a ground point. And then your green, you run that to the blue wire, or the wire coming off that's connected. Then you've got your two resistors, and you're going to run that to where the black and the green were connected. So I hope that makes sense. Essentially, you're connecting these two red wires, one to black, one to green, and then the blue wire goes to the green wire that goes to the light on the indicator on the dashboard, and then you're going to ground the other one just by sending that to a metal point. And what's funny is I actually, when I did this, you'd think these screws here that hold the light on would actually be ground, but they're not. They're somehow insulated against the body, so you do need to connect it somewhere where it will work with that. These hooked up correctly. My two wires coming off of the bulb that's in my dash indicator, one's going to ground, the black one's going to go to ground. You can do either one, but for me it's easier to just do to run black to ground. And then the other one, which is this milk green wire, this is going to hook into this blue wire. And then I've got a resistor on each one of these, and those are going to go to, one will go to the black wire that used to be hooked up to my dashboard. The other one is hooked up to this green wire. So that makes that all work. So you can see here, if I go ahead and turn on my flashers, if I want left, there's left, and I've got my indicator on the dashboard, and same with on the right. So hope that's helpful. Have a great day. We'll see you on the trails.